I'm videoing you now. And this is the zoom button there. Do you want to train it on me and practice?
That proposal, which was presented to the Police Commission on February 23rd, 2011, requested that a select group of members of the Police Commission, along with the department, engage communities of color, LGBT community, and mental health professionals in the discussion of less lethal options being utilized by the San Francisco Police Department. We want to hear your thoughts. The Chief of Police, who is representing the department, along with Commander Mikhail Ali and Commander Korea. This is the third meeting.
My name is Angela Chan, and I'm a member of the Police Commission. My name is Susie Loftus.
Commander Korea will speak to you a little bit about our crisis intervention training program that would apply to less than lethal. Commander Ali will tell you what research has been done on less lethal, prescribed by a resolution.
In December, I took over as the coordinator of the department's crisis intervention team.
I've been the commander assigned to do the research on various less lethal options.
Step to the mic.
People affected in crisis intervention succeed in talking down people by reaching out of their own sense of integrity and honor to the sense of integrity and honor in the other person, no matter how violent they are and whether they have a weapon or not.
Oscar Grant. I saw his daughter today. She's about this high. Had he grabbed the correct weapon, that daughter would have a father right now.
We've been positive about our involvement with San Francisco Police Department on the development of the CIT project for preventing violent interactions between law enforcement and people with mental illness. The CIT Crisis Intervention Team is about tools for interacting successfully with people who are experiencing psychiatric crisis. We're really dismayed that tasers have entered into the conversation.
I'd like to express my concern that conducted electricity weapons, such as taser, are not safe. Particularly problematic in patients with mental health disorders and patients who are intoxicated on substances.
The use of tasers against unarmed subjects will make the consequences of racial profiling all the more devastating.
Remember that in California, since 1983, 41.9% of people that killed by taser are people of Hispanic or Latino descent.
I want to know, will an officer be able to use a taser when it's raining or after it's raining?
That's a great question.
I'm just wondering if you think that 5 dispatchers out of 150 is sufficient to truly implement the CIT program in a robust fashion, as you say it is. If you think that 5 dispatchers is enough to handle the 10,000 annual calls that come in regarding mental needs.
There seem to be an awful lot of exceptions for the tasers. Not to be used on children, not to be used on people who are skinny, not to be used on people who are pregnant, and now potentially not to be used on people who are wet.
Tasers, aka tools for torture.
Most of the research that claims tasers are safe was funded by Taser International, the country's leading supplier of taser-style weaponry, or written by authors affiliated with these companies.
Weapons are meant to injure or kill. Tasers are torture devices. You can call them anything you want to, but that's what they are. You want my permission to shoot 50,000 volts through me? Hell no, are you out of your damn mind? Nobody in their right mind would think that's okay.
This is called the Rapture. This costs well under $50. It's very impressive. You push one lever up, you hold it this way, up. It's kind of out of juice right now. It gets somebody's attention. I just thought that they should try different things. I wanted to be able to show that there are other things available that might be a lot cheaper.
The national awareness bill opposes adding tasers to San Francisco Police Department's arsenal. Although the community needs more tools to address violence, homelessness, and people facing mental health crisis, giving police tasers is not the solution. SFPD and city leaders must prioritize the use of non-weaponized de-escalation methods by well-trained crisis intervention teams, not the addition of another potentially deadly weapon to an already over-militarized police force.
Hell to the no. Hell to the no, Chief, because not only have I experienced extreme handling from the police, and if they had a taser at that time, whoa, I would have been all retarded by now.
You think LA was something? Continue to treat people the way you want to, behind closed doors. God see you. I don't care if that door's shut. I don't care where you go hide at. I don't care if you're in a river 20 feet down. God see you. And he will bring it back around. Look at him in LA now. Sitting ducks. How they've been treating people down through the years. Just like I told this young man to pull me over outside. If you guys continue to do people the wrong way, a person like myself, that's just walking around, having these type of clothes, the profiling has to stop.
I stand firmly against the tasers, and all the reasons have already been expressed.
Officers were going for the taser immediately, as opposed to trying to use verbal techniques and other methods to affect the arrest. And that highlights the importance of the CIT training and program.
I watched television a couple of days ago. A security guard was at a shopping mall in Atlanta, Georgia, and a lady and her kid, the kid was crying, and the security guard told the kid to be quiet, and the mother said, hey, you're not going to disrespect my kid. And the security guard pulled out the taser and tased the mother. She fell flat on her face, her kid started hollering. Our ceremony, tamper or the department store security, are they going to operate with tasers?
It's obvious that that is not a direction that this community or the vast majority of San Francisco wants to see this commission voting up. A young man who was shot on 3rd Street right here at Blue because he could not produce a $2 transfer. What it said was that those officers had no value in a human life.
I need to acknowledge there are high feelings coming from the police department, and there are high feelings coming from the community, but whatever side of that fence people fall on, I want to acknowledge that Kenneth Harding was killed right there. And I have to acknowledge that right now since we're sitting here. Because this is how serious the issue of police and arms is. And tasers are part of that picture.
Additionally, you also had cited some data from Dr. Singh, who was a cardiologist who gave a presentation to the commission, and just to reiterate for everyone that he did say that he does not recommend the use of tasers for SFPD.
And I hope that the commission is really hearing loud and clear that San Francisco is once again opposed to tasers. I've learned that this has been an issue for over 10 years. It keeps coming and coming, and I don't know why we keep spending time on the issue.
Right.
Clearly San Francisco is opposed to it. We could probably spend our time better in terms of, learning de-escalation or training more officers, whatever.
Good.
I'm very proud that my organization is opposed to the utilization of tasers.
Now we're talking about tasers as being a step down and not actually replacing guns in those specific situations that you would use guns. That ends up being an increased use of force because you're using something that's potentially fatal in a situation that you would not be using guns.
Based upon the statement, Chief, that you made about the reduction of the officer-involved shootings, why you feel it is compelling to add tasers?
Tasers are not a simple alternative to firearms, and the idea that tasers are harmless is false.
It's an intimidation of the public. That's what tasers are. You don't shut up right there, boom! Yeah. We don't need those kind of people on the police. And what really hurt me is when I seen this young college kid down in the Mission, that they ran down his motorcycle and took his face and put it down in one of those wild fields and beat him. You need to clean up the department. And I support police, but I support good police. If you talk to people right and respect them, you don't have no problem about it.